Yo, what's good? What's good, man? Happy holiday season. Happy holiday season, man. Hey, we got one today. We got one today. I know usually I don't work on holidays, but I got the phone call. I got to reach out for this one. I said, yeah, let's link up, man. Let's talk. You got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. So we got Oops in the building today, man. We're gonna talk about his battle on the riot. This Monopoly card on the riot, man, it is one of the biggest cards of the year. Like, not take away what league is on, you know what I'm saying? Take away the name, just look at the talent that's on this card. The talent is crazy, bro. I'm excited. Only thing, only thing I wish could have been different about this one. I wish it couldn't have been on a holiday weekend, man. I want to be in the building for this, but I'm excited, man. We're gonna holler at Oops, man. I think, and I want to get in a little bit more than just battle rap today, man. There's some things going on in the world I think we need to touch on. So I got the right person, and we're gonna have the right conversation, man. It's Mystic Check the Temperature. It's Oops, St. Louis Superman, man. Let's bring him into the building. What's
Yo,
going on, brother?
what up? What's the word, bro? Good to see you,
Oh man,
family.
you got it, man. You put the bat signal in the air. I said, hold on.
Yeah, man, it's time. I'm like, look, let me get these on. Let me get these few folks that I really rock with, especially you. You already know how I feel about temperature check, but I just needed to before I go into my dungeon and go dark, I needed to
Um,
talk my shit.
yeah, man, you got one this weekend, man. You got one, and you got one on one of the biggest cards of the year. On one of the biggest cards of the year, man. Like I said, name notwithstanding, you know the URL is gonna do their numbers, but outside of you know what I'm saying, outside of what the URL got going, this is the third biggest card of the year, in my opinion. You got maxed out one, maxed out two, and then you got the riot with Monopoly, man. How does it feel to be on the card of this magnitude?
I feel good, man. I feel right. It feel right. It feel overdue. It's been a
Yes, sir.
while since I feel like if I think about it, it's been a while since I've been on like a big card. It's been a while since I've been on a stage. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like an actual stage where it'll be like it's been a lot of small room. And so it's time to remind folks. It's time to remind folks what I do on that stage too.
Okay. No, I'm definitely here for that. So when was your last battle on stage?
Man, that's so
See,
wild. I don't know.
if you gotta think that long, if you gotta think that hard, it's been too long. Like,
It's been way too long. I really think my last battle probably on a stage. When I think of stage, I think of like an elevated stage with like a crowd. Uh, probably was um, probably was Craig Lamar. Probably was
damn.
Craig Lamar. No, it was active. It
Okay,
was
okay.
active on KOTD. Because it was the same. It was the same right around the same time when Nip died. So yeah, it was active. And then after that, it's been even me and B Dot was like on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like it's a different. I don't think people understand the difference between being on that floor and being surrounded, and like actually being on stage where you can overlook the entire building and eye contact with folks, and like really, that's how you can really work the room with a stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's fact. That's a super fact. So let me ask you this. This isn't your first appearance on the ride, is it? You've been on the riot
Nah,
before.
this actually my third. I got a battle waiting to drop. I battled Dot Everything.
Okay.
Uh, couple months back, and fire battle clearly won, but a fire battle. And we both have a third, a wild third. But yeah, and then the first time I was on the riot, I battled Cali Smooth. So
Okay.
yeah, this is my third time on the riot.
So I mean, it's home away from home, man. I know you living on the west, so you comfortable on the riot. Can you explain
Man,
what the riot is, and like what the difference of being on the riot is, being on KOTD, being on the URL? Like, where do you put the riot? You know what I'm saying, in that hierarchy?
um, the riot right now, um, next to Street Status,
Mm.
is is my favorite stage to rap on.
Shout out Street Status, man. Shout out the
Boy,
hometown always.
you already know. Oh, and Street Status. That's home always and forever. But the riot, you know what I'm saying? The riot is, next to Street Status, my favorite place to rap. Um, it's just the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? The atmosphere, the way they pay attention to the bars, the way they give it up for you. Like I battle Cali Smooth in Cali. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
I was in a I was in there landing haymakers. I was shaking the room. You know what I'm saying? Same way with Dot Everything. Dot Everything from Cali. And I shook the room. And he was too. And so it's like that unbiased crowd that still Geechee does amazing. I know a lot of people talk about, league owners that do good business, but Geechee and Kevin and KP, they really do good business. They good people. Uh, and then they just, I mean, it's home. It's home. It's and then they give you that gritty feel. Like we from St. Louis, so like going into a place where you feel comfortable, like we gonna feel comfortable anywhere, but you really feel comfortable around the real. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
so that's what I never walk into the riot, into the building at the riot and feel like, what I'm saying, out of place. And most of the time I'm in Cali by myself. I pop up at the riot by myself. You know what I'm saying? But I don't never feel by myself.
yeah. Okay. No, I definitely, man. It definitely gives me like that Rucker Park feel, man. It's definitely
Hmm.
one of the leagues I want to get out to in 2022, man. Like I said, if this card was any other weekend but a holiday weekend, I'm in the building for this one. Like this is
Yeah,
that,
man.
man. This is that. But let's get into your actual battle, man. You how did this one come about? You versus Charron, and why now?
So actually, I can't answer why now because I don't want to make it seem like me and Sharon was on the show yesterday and we had to set some, I had to set some shit straight because there's this idea that I'm chasing Sharon and like in battle rap we have our list, right? People ask you all the time, man, who you want to battle, who you want, you know what I'm saying? I say
Yeah, for
Sharon.
sure.
Right? I'm always gonna say Sharon. Obviously, it's something I want to say to Sharon. But like it's in a realm of battle rap, not this whole he obsessed with me, da da that shit he said yesterday. Boy, like he lucky we wasn't in like the same space. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh, it was
we
like
not
that.
gonna yeah, we not gonna do no WWF shit. Like you need to be talked to for this cultural appropriating shit that you've been doing. Right? Nobody's held Sharon accountable for the things he says, right? Nobody has gotten in there. People have touched on it and they've done a good job of touching on some of the things, but they don't drive it home. And we can't let somebody
Mm,
come in a culture, right? Thrive off the culture, off a lot of our pain and our hurt, and use like our trials and tribulations as punchlines and wow factors, and you know what I'm saying, uh, as a shock value, because that's why I feel like that's why Sharon wins a lot of battles. When Sharon battles like top tier white dudes, he loses. He lost to Pasta. He lost to a real deal. You know what I'm saying? He lost to A Ward in my opinion. And so, but then you put him against Shotgun Suge and he say something like just Columbine, a white boy taking a shotgun to school, and they go crazy. Like, nah, that's not okay. You battle K Shine, and you gonna feel this. You battle K Shine and say, y'all say hands up, don't shoot. I'm like, hands up, shoot back. Huh? Are you? Like, cause that ain't no punchline type shit. I was really out there.
that's a
I was
fact.
really out there getting pepper sprayed and tear gas while you making light of something that I went through. And we ain't gonna talk about all the Tech Nine boys. Like it's cool to say whatever you gonna feel how you feel about Tech Nine. But let's talk about the victims, right? Let's talk about that little girl and what you're doing and how it's perpetuating the violence that happened to her. He actually told Rome, if you don't want to keep hearing about getting raped, stop getting raped, like victim blaming. You know what I'm saying? Like these are the things that he said. Don't nobody. And then we ain't even got to talk about the Confederate flag shirt. That like yeah, people say it. They've made it cool punchlines, but who's drove in it? Like, and I don't even want to really touch on it. I don't want to touch on it simply because that's low hanging fruit for me. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But I'm just bringing up these examples of things like, come on, fam. Like, and people like, oh, well, we don't want to hear no black versus white. Well, you don't want to watch this battle. If you don't want to hear what you know I'm bringing to the table, don't watch this battle. It's 7, 8 other battles you can watch on this card. But I'm telling you, everything they expecting, that's what I'm bringing. You just don't know how I'm doing it.
So this obviously this battle has a personal feeling to it.
Yeah,
Um,
when I battle B dot, when I battle B dot in my third round, because I have watched Charron versus Rum Nitty. I actually ordered that pay per view, uh, and I was watching it, and he had said fuck 12, Tech 9, and they went crazy. And like I remember sitting in the living room, like man, that's not okay. That ain't no. I said next time I see dude, like I'm gonna tell him that. You know what I'm saying? And so like when me and B Dot talked about battling, and I bought B Dot back, not like personally, but bought him out of retirement. Um, and we had that battle. I knew in my head, I'm like, look, this ain't even about B Dot.
yeah.
And so when I got to that third round, and Sharon just happened to be standing right there, and I already had damn near 75% of my third round about him. So I was able to focus it and turn to him. And that was a warning shot. That was a
Mm-hmm.
warning shot. That was like, hey, now you got somebody who's socially conscious, paying attention to the shit you're doing, and I'm calling it out, so do better. Right? Fix the shit. But nah, he ain't fixed the shit. Like he went on to keep saying cringeworthy shit that you know what I'm saying? For shock value. That like diminishes the trials and tribulations that we went through. And so it's like, all right, that cool. Well, since that's the case, now I want to battle you.
No,
Now I
that
want to battle you. So now we can talk for real. Now we can talk face to face.
this sounds like you battling like for our ancestors. I feel like you know what I'm saying. You really about to represent the hood, and
Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing this for 4,300 Gibson. I'm doing this for. I'm doing this for. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this for the scan. I'm doing this for the Peabodys. I'm doing this for the Cochran. I'm doing this for Nat Turner. I'm doing this for the Underground Railroad. I'm doing this
wow,
for the four little girls in Arkansas. Like I'm telling you, bro. I'm doing this for all of that. Like there's aspects of every part of who I am and what I've what I've been through and the things that I've learned that I need to talk to Sharon about. And not just talk to him, but he gonna have to listen. Because if he don't listen, if Sharon show up, imagine this, fam. If Sharon shows up and just be the Sharon we know Sharon is, that's not gonna work. You no funny rebuttals ain't gonna work in real life. Cause these are facts. This is real life. You gonna rebuttal cultural appropriation. You gonna rebuttal these real life facts. It ain't nothing you can rebuttal about the shit that we got to deal with, like watching Kyle Rittenhouse walk. You can't rebuttal that. You can't rebuttal police involved shootings. You can't rebuttal the shit that we've been through in real life. And you know that's what I bring to the one thing you can't rebuttal, the attribute that you cannot rebuttal. You can rebuttal punchline. You can rebuttal a scheme. You can rebuttal performance, but you can't rebuttal conviction. And that's the attribute that I bring that a lot of them don't bring. A lot of these rappers don't bring that. I'm willing to say 85 to 90% of these rappers don't bring true conviction to the stage. You got Geechee, you got me, you got Calico, you got like these folks, right? You got B Dot, you got folks who really rap, and you can feel what they rapping. Nah, you don't bring that. You do this for a check, man. You don't do this for hip hop. You don't do it for the culture. You don't do it for nothing else but a check. So we gonna talk. Wilding out.
You seem very very focused in on this battle, bro.
I'm laser locked in, bro. I'm like I'm locked in to the point where I'm ready to rebuttal every round.
Every round.
Every round. It's gonna be. And the thing about it is, I'm going first. Yeah, no need for a coin toss or nothing. Out the gate. Let's get right to it.
And you going call your
Let's get
shot.
right to it. No slogan, no nothing. Right to the ball. No no, they said, ooh, you got Charron, do what you no. We getting right to the
Right to the crux of the matter. We getting right to the meat and potatoes on Thanksgiving. We
that's it
getting
right
right to
here.
the meat and potatoes.
Right. I mean, like I'm gonna be so I'm like we gonna be face to face. I'm gonna be so close to dude face. Like if I sneeze, I might head, but right
I
now we
like
gotta
this.
talk. Yeah. So
I like
they want
this.
to they want to see Oops in that bag. They want to see me in that bag. It's just wild that I've had the year that I've had. I've had a really good year in battle rap.
No, you definitely
You know what
have.
I'm saying? And it's like, but you don't hear it because it's out of sight, out of mind for most folks, right? And so after the Jack Boy battle, it was like, all right, Oops lost the Jack Boy. It's like, all right, I just gave you the best Jack Boy you ever seen.
That's also true.
I just gave you the best Jack Boy you ever seen. And we battled in a place that was 120 degrees. Cool, whatever, right? But we ain't gonna talk about y'all gave me True Foe. I took True Foe, Midwest, monster. Clearly beat him, he did his thing. I said, all right, there, we're gonna give you Cuban. Cuban beat True Foe, Cuban DMZ, you know what I'm saying? Cuban did his thing. Beat Cuban. Then he give me Holmesy on 11 days, 10, 11 days notice. Love Holmesy, that's my bro, but watch Holmesy. One of the best caffeine performances all year. Crazy second
You
round, one of them thirds.
you was wilding. That Holmes performance, you was definitely in a different bag.
Yeah, bro. And so now Sharon gets that times 10. Sharon gets that with 3 months prep, 2 months prep in front of a crowd on a stage in LA.
Especially with that Kyle Rittenhouse. Like it's a lot of determining factors going on. Like you just had the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict come out. Luckily, Ahmaud Arbery hit those convictions. We got what we wanted out of that. But yeah, and if you going first too, because one a lot of people are intimidated about going first. But for me, if you're able to set the standard, like you meet me there, you gotta meet me there. It's different, bro. It is
You,
different. If you
you got to fight back. I'm not going to be fighting back. I got to put you in a position to fight back, right? Because it's easy for Sharon to get out there. Sharon gonna rap. Sharon gonna punch. He gonna land some bars that people are going to rock with.
that's a for sure
If
thing.
he does that first, I'm fighting an uphill battle. But if I diminish all that first, he he like Cuba Gooding Jr. and boys in the hood in the living room swinging at the earth. I ain't connecting on nothing because all that sounds good till you hear. It's like a versus battle. Think about all of the versus battles where we was like, oh man, so and so gonna smoke so and so. Remember, some people was like, man, Gucci and Jeezy gonna be close. Like y'all gotta know. You talking about the trap and but those of us who know hits, No, man, ain't nothing Gucci could do with Cheesy.
No.
And you saw levels. This song was really good until you heard it next to this song. This song sound real good till you dropped. Last time I checked, I was the man, and you like, oh yeah, nah, that ain't. And it's the same thing. You hear Charron, and it's like this. Charron like this, boom. But when I come in there and say what I'm gonna say, do what I'm gonna do, perform the way I'm gonna perform, I'm talking about in his look.
Yeah, you look like you about to bark like all.
I'm about to shout on him, bro. I'm about to bark on him and then dare him to bark back. Like yo, his voice level better not go over 7. It better not go over 6.5.
Woo! Talk.
Yeah, bro. I ain't playing with dude, bro. Like I ain't, it was gonna be bad for him regardless, but like yesterday's interview really put me in a it put me in a spot of like you think I'm playing with you.
Where was this interview at so we can go back and check it out, man? I
It
want to
was
shout
on
out.
it was on I just pulled it up. It was on directing Bishop Brigante's it was on their platform. It was just super fire. It was my first time on their platform. Um but it was on there and it's on Bishop and Direct's page too. And
Okay.
my apologies on the name to them, both of them legends. Salute to them, both family members and brothers. But yeah, they hit me up, directed me up. But hey man, hop on Sharon on here, and I just happened to hop on the Sharon talking wild, and I'm like, hold on, let's set some stuff straight. And even the demeanor in that interview, you'll see how he was talking beforehand, then you see how he talked once we got on there, you know.
Oh yeah, no, hey man, the energy different when you gotta say it face to face.
Yeah, that energy way there, and I always keep the same man. I don't never. I'm the same oops on the same oops in the streets of St. Louis, the same oops on the house floor, the same oops that was in the streets of Ferguson, that's out here in Phoenix, is the same oops that's on stage. Like I don't have to switch up. I don't have to be, and that's the thing Sharon doesn't have. I told him that yesterday. It's funny because we damn near had like a little freestyle battle at the end because you know what I'm saying. He was like, "Who are you?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Shit, I'm me." You know, you should try it. Try being yourself. Everybody else taken, man. Try being yourself. It'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't rock with you because you be out here shooting guns and you tough and you gonna ride out. That's not why people rock with you, dog. Nobody in the world believes that you're gonna put your hands on nobody, shoot nobody, sold no drugs, you in a gang bang, none of that, dog. You are from Ottawa, Canada, fam. You are from Ottawa, Canada, dog. It's 994,000 people in Ottawa. They had 14 murders last year. 14. One murder too many. But let's really, come on, fam. 14. We from St. Louis, 299,000 people, over 200 murders, dog. No, that ain't no bragging. That's not saying, oh, I'm this because I'm from there. No, I seen some shit. We seen shit. We know shit. We felt shit. And you take the same shit that we feel, we know, and we've been through, and you get on stage and make punchlines out of it for shock value. And nobody checks you on it. They get in here and rap and get a check and then do interviews afterwards like, yeah, Sharon tight. Yeah, you got no. Sharon need to sit the fuck down. Like I said, get your sketches off the coffee table and understand that you're a visitor. You're not invited to the cookout. You're not invited to the barbecue. We don't want the nasty ass unseasoned food that you're gonna bring. Stay out at the door. Keep going
Hey,
door to door fixing air conditioners. Go drop some milk off or something. You ain't welcome in the crib no more. You can't even sit on the couch. And you gotta take your shoes off.
damn, bro, it's tough out here. It's tough out here, but I'm excited for this battle, man. You versus Sharon. Like you said, We've definitely heard whispers of it. The back and forth have been going on, and now we finally get to see, seeing what type time we on, man. It's gonna be a
Mm-hmm.
good one. And like I said, man, on one of the biggest cards of the year, you got Geechee
Facts.
Goss's award, part two. The promotion been crazy. And you being a fellow horseman, I already like
It's
you being
hard though. It's hard because people don't know. People, a lot of, well, some people know, but Geechee is my bro. Like, I rock with Geechee on a whole nother level. Like, way past battle rap.
mm-hmm.
You know, uh, we just been able to tap in on some real shit. Uh, and then Ward is my brother. And that's past battle rap. We horsemen and all that, but nah, it's way past that. Like, we talk in real life, we vibe in real life, we make sure that, you know what I'm saying? And so it's hard. It's like, yeah, I mean, I'm a horseman. You know what I'm saying? If I'm battling EFB, if I'm battling somebody from EFB, I know what Geechee gonna be. Geechee
Yeah.
Rivalry, that's my bro. I know what he gonna be, so you know where I gotta be. But that's gonna be that's gonna be one of them ones. I know ain't nobody coming to play games, man. Nobody's coming to play games. Geechee, my top two for champion of the year are battling each other.
Mm. So
Ge-
you got Geechee and A Ward 1 and 2 for champion of the year.
People can make arguments. You can always make an argument for Ill Will. You can always make an argument for Danny Myers. You can always make an argument. You can make an argument for Chess this year. You can make an argument for um, Rum Nitty. If you take, bring in a tournament, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can make an argument for all of them. The problem is not the problem. The thing for me is I look at Geechee and what he's done, the magnitude of what he's done in these short period of times too. Like, Geechee taking
Oh yeah.
legends, you know what I'm saying, and winning.
He said,
Who Man, he did Lux bad. I don't. People
no,
can live in nostalgia all they want to, man. He got beloved the fuck out of here. That's just what it is. Like, I'm a big Lux fan. All of that. He got Lux the fuck out of here. Nothing to talk about. We gotta look at A Ward. A Ward then had more battles this year than most people have had in their career. A Ward had more battles this year. He had like eight, I think eight to ten less battles than I had for my entire 10-year career this year. And he's battled Ill Will. He's battled Charlie Clips. He's battled Shotgun Suge. He's battled the best. And he's battled on the small leagues. He's done a few one rounders, a whole lot of three rounders. I'm talking about from here to Alaska and back. If that ain't champion of the year contender, I don't know what the hell is. And don't give me, they better not give me that. Oh, it ain't on URL.
but
Look,
see,
man.
I don't think it's that. I don't believe it's gonna be that he's definitely gonna be he's definitely gonna be in the list for top 20 champion of the year, without a doubt, without question. I think for me, when it comes to the 3 round battles, it's the competition. Like, some of those names, although they are 3 round battles, we may not be as familiar with them, so it doesn't move the needle as much as a Geechee Gotti, because we know that, like you said, he battling monsters. And he got Loaded Lux and DNA in the same year. I don't give a damn. Like, he has Loaded Lux, Rum Nitty, DNA in the same year, and he going against A Ward on the spin the block. Like, he is literally battling like killers. Like, this dude is Hercules. He is whatever you want it to be. He is. I think you can make the argument right now, Geechee Gotti, with the tournament, everything else. If he's able to beat A Ward, this might be the single best year for a battle rapper ever.
I think without this battle, it's the single best year for a battle rapper personally.
I think if A Ward clips him, like if A Ward, like let's just say happenstance, he smokes Geechee like a 2-1 clear. Like I think he all that build up that Geechee's had for 2021 definitely is knocked down a notch or two, which is great for A Ward because if A Ward can conquer this giant, there's nothing. There's nothing the league. I don't give a damn what what problems he got with the URL. They essentially have to write a blank check to A Ward at that point.
I think so. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I think my thing is the fact that we did this to Danny. Danny scraped people all year, and then he loses to
Real
Stewie
sick.
Newton. I'm
Oh,
talking about the other year.
okay. You talking about
He
29?
lost it. It was the year before last, right?
Yeah,
He it was Stewie Newton like December or November or something, and so like in their eyes, he fell off the face of the earth. You take Danny this year, scraped Arsenal, clearly beat Kid Chaos, clearly beat Shotgun Suge, beat Bill Collect, like beat Jada Nightwing, 2-on-2, beat Ace and Swamp, right? One battle, real sick, one battle. And I think the problem is we hang on as a culture, we hang on to those one losses so bad because it totally diminishes what folks did. And it's not, and to say that you beat these legends, you beat and A Ward my brother, but for me, if Gucci doesn't beat A Ward or A Ward or he clearly loses, still who's had the year that he's had. When we talk about strength of schedule, it's the reason why it took Cincinnati so long to become in the top five for college football. People had to literally lose out for Cincinnati to become top five in college football when they was undefeated. But other people had these strengths of schedule with one losses. And now look, the Ohio States, the Alabamas,
but
so I
so
think it's the same way.
so I would agree with that. But so to the Danny thing, my problem with the Danny Myers lost to real sick. It was the manner in which he lost because anybody who's been following back and if you are a fan of battle rap, you have been rooting for Danny Myers to win champion of the year at the beginning of the year. He's the people's champion at the beginning of the year. And like you said, every year he smokes everything. He don't lose rounds usually in the first quarter, let alone a battle. But it gets to the point where he's taking battles week in and week out, and everyone sees this car crash coming. We see the car on the same road going the same way, headed straight for Danny Myers, and we say, "Stop, stop! Be a little bit smarter about the battles that you take, because we want you to win Champion of the Year." And it's the manner he lost to Stewie Newton. It's the manner that he lost to Real Sick. Like that was the I Quit battle because he did like he had to, and to see him go down like that, I think that resonated. And for Geechee, I think this A-Ward battle is extremely dangerous for Geechee. This is a high risk, low reward. Because like you said, without this battle, his resume is cemented. His resume is crazy. A loss like this, it shouldn't do. But like you said, where we're at, where the battle rap community is at, what have you done for me lately? They're gonna be like, you did all of this. You just be loaded Lux and you lost to A Ward, and A Ward can't even get nobody on the URL. You know that's gonna be the narrative. They're gonna say all this for
I
what?
think I think the fact that we take Danny's loss as heavy because he battled so much when really if you look at the platforms and you look at the stages including URL, this is the environment that they create.
Oh no, that's a fact.
So if you create the environment for a battle rapper to be as active as possible, even on your own platform, because we seen Danny a lot on URL this year.
A lot of super
And you
fighters.
create this platform where it's boom, 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 and you say, all right, you got a shot at Gnome, and Danny going through all the things that he going through. Like, let's take real life in the fact, because a lot of us knew what Danny was going through at the time with his kids. I finally get this stage I've been asking for, that people been pushing me for, that the world been pushing me for all these years. I finally get this stage. I finally get this Gnome. Do I say, you know what, I can't do it? Or do I think I could push through it, work through the shit? Because I heard Danny shit. I heard Danny shit before the battle. He
Mm-hmm.
had it. Said it flawlessly. I was like, oh, this gonna be one of them ones. When he got in the ring, he was tired. This is what it is. Not one person show up to every single day of work perfect. And I think it's dangerous that we create that narrative in that environment as battle rappers, because this is looked at as work for a lot of us. And so if we showing up every day, you're gonna have an off night. It's okay. How much of an impact does that take? If this is the second time in a row, if this is a growing pattern this year, if this is that, then cool, yeah, you're right, absolutely. Man, sit your ass down somewhere. Yeah, you need to be knocked down a couple notches. But if you've been losing your mind on the best in the world, and you take one, and then you pick back up and continue losing your mind, nah, nah, we gotta figure something else out. You take I just said A Ward was in second. You know what I'm saying? A Ward is number two right now, in my opinion. A Ward is two. And I looked at A Ward's resume, and I look at the time in which he took these folks. See, he took Riggs at the beginning of the year when everybody was feeling Riggs again. Riggs been fired, but 3 round battle with a fire Riggs. You got Ill Will. You got Excel. You got Arsenal 1 round. You got Shotgun Suge. You got Rosenberg Raw. You got Luke Castro. Luke Castro had just came off. Luke Castro been having an amazing year. Ward clearly beat him. 3 rounds. I was there. Clearly beat him. Right? And then, not to mention, you got Charlie Clips. Okay, it's a 1 round, but it's still Charlie Clips. It got to count for something. It may not, it shouldn't hold as much weight as a 3 round battle, of course. But it has to be, oh, all right, I battled Charlie Clips. Now you got Geechee Gotti. So if he beat Geechee, and even if you still have Geechee in first, you can't not have. I just don't feel like you can not have Ward second or third. I would vote for second, but no Lord in third.
I think the conversation this year for champion of the year, um, for how everything lines up after Geechee, because I think win, lose, or draw, Geechee's gonna win champion of the year. I think
I agree.
second, third, fourth, and fifth. I think that's when the conversation it can get very interesting, because you look at an award, but then like you said, you could look at somebody like you could Chess. Every time Chess is battled, damn near battle of the year type candidate outside of the Charlie Clips battle. Every single time.
You can. You can.
Kid Chaos, Battle of the Year candidate. Loso, Battle of the Year candidate. You know what he did with Easy, like Battle of the Year, like every single time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely. That's why I said at the beginning of this conversation, you gotta you gotta make an argument for Chess. You gotta make an argument for Rum. You gotta look at the fact that Rum did rematches and still won.
that's a fact.
Like Rum did rematches and won. Rum did a rematch with because he didn't he battle Cortez? This
He
was a rematch, right?
Yeah, he rebattled Cortez. He
And he
rebattled Drugs.
scraped Cortez. He scraped Cortez.
He rebattled Drugs. He rebattled T Rex. He rebattled, was that Don? Did he rebattle Don too? I think he rebattled
Man,
Don too during the tournament. Or sometime.
nah, I don't know. Wasn't not during the tournament, but I don't know. But he did battle Don. But I think it all goes to say that like Rum Rum is one of the most dangerous people in battle rap, of course.
Oh
Like
yeah, that's a fact.
Rum is scary. Um, but yeah, you gotta put all of them up there. Like realistically, you gotta like even if you're talking about on the bubble, you gotta mention Lou.
Oh
Lou
yeah,
having a crazy year. You know what I'm saying?
Lou had a couple stumbles, but no, his year been super
Yeah,
solid.
he had a couple. Yeah, his year been solid. I mean, I think most of them had a couple stumbles.
Oh yeah, and that's why so
Yeah,
much parity. It's been so much parity because I had. If you look at Lou Castro's year, he got smoked by DNA in that small. He got smoked by
that's
DNA.
wild. I never watched that battle, man.
That was a bad battle. But after that, he went on that run. He had the 2-on-2, and he was lit after that.
Two
But
on two was fire. That two
but
on two was super fire.
then he ran into A Ward. I had A Ward beating him,
I was there.
and
I
then
was.
what was it? The Lou Castro and Nitty. I gotta see that, but I'm hearing, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing some things about that. But he had a solid year. He's had a very, very good year. Definitely
Yeah,
gonna
he's had a good year.
he probably gonna be in the top. I would give him he probably gonna land in somewhere between what 7 to 12, I would assume. It's a lot of people that's coming on late. It's a lot of people making this third quarter push. That's what I have noticed. If you look at a
Yeah, I know. I
Fonz,
better.
Fonz
Mm-hmm.
get crazy this third quarter. Um,
Yeah, Fonz and Ill Will. I watched Fonz and Ill Will.
I definitely did. I have fun. It was like it was the
Yeah,
power.
I did
People
too.
overwrote. People overwrote in that battle. A Ward overwrote. Overwrote. He made
Yeah,
sure.
he made sure. Yeah, A was like, nah, we're not doing this. And I got these rebuttals on deck too. Nah, let
Brothers
me
was
get you on up out
crazy.
of here. We not finna play no game. As long as I make top 20, I don't care, man. After this Sharon battle, they got a top 3-1 on URL. Most active I've been, probably most active year I've had.
For sure.
Waiting on
Been a
one
while.
battle to drop. So if when the dot everything, which is a 3-round battle, that drops.
Yeah, we got to get that drop before the end of the year. You know how they gonna run this. You got to
Oh
drop
yeah,
before the end
yeah,
of the
no, most definitely. I think it is gonna drop before the end of the year. I'm trying to get these two drops. Drop me a Sharon. We, I mean, we're in good shape. We're in
No,
good
that's a
shape.
fact.
So I still got two 1-round battles to get dropped, but I know they don't really be counting the 1-rounders, so it's all good. But I mean, that's got a battle that kicked off the year that didn't get dropped because they messed the footage up. But I went 3 rounds, went crazy, rebuttal every round, went
Mm,
crazy down in Atlanta. Uh, and then I go on a round with URL. That was 4, 2 more battles. That's 6. This battle, the battle before this, 2 battles before this. Actually, that's 8, 9, 10 battles this year. I ain't never battled 10 times in the same year
why do you think you've been battling so much, or why do you think 2021 was just a year for that?
because I could actually retain my mental capacity and still battle this year. I'm in a way better space mentally than I've ever been.
Okay.
Um, especially since I took to the streets in 2014. 2014 and now to 2014 to 2019, I gave a lot of classics, a lot of good performances, but I also had my issues. And that was never because of preparation. It was because of all the shit that was going on. And I allowed other things to clog my mind and not be focused. And now that I'm focused, and I mean, even been struggling a little bit mentally lately, but the one thing I've been able to tap into is battle rap as therapy, and I really been using that as an outlet in a whole different way. And I think that's another reason, a motivation for this battle, because it's like I've been in this place, what I'm saying, us being from St. Louis, dealing with, what I'm saying, dealing with loss, and uh, I had a couple heavy ones these last 2 weeks, and so for me, it's like, let me get on stage and let me just pour it all out on stage. This stage is my punching bag, it's my stress ball, it's my fidget spinner. You know what I'm saying? Um, And so I think the reason why I've been so active is because I'm in a better space mentally. Although it's been a struggle lately, I'm still in a better place than I was when I was in St. Louis.
Okay, no, and I'm definitely glad to hear this. Your mental psyche is where you needed to be in order to be the best version of you. Because that's what we need. And you know what I'm saying? Definitely about losses. You know what I'm saying? I would be remiss if I didn't say my sister 1 year is coming up on Tuesday. So it's gonna be a
Absolutely,
wild
absolutely.
it's definitely gonna be a wild week for sure. My little
Yeah,
brother's birthday the
absolutely.
day before, like it's just crazy. Quarter next week too, like just but
Hmm.
what I'm saying everybody got trials and tribulations, man. Before we get out of here, a couple of things I want to touch on you leaving St. Louis real quick.
Hmm.
And obviously,
Hmm.
one of my favorite artists, Young Dolph, tragically gunned down in
Rest
his
in peace,
home.
man.
Definitely rest in peace to my guy Young Dolph, man. Can you kind of talk about what that did for you and what kind of place, what I'm saying, what you kind of reflect when you hear about another artist being gunned down in his hometown when he's ultimately just trying to make, what I'm saying, the community that he grew up with a better place.
It's a hard thing for me because I don't think I go to the place that most people go to. Most people go to the place of, black on black crime. We shouldn't be doing that to each other, and we shouldn't. We absolutely shouldn't. Let me say that first. I'm an abolitionist, full in practice, full in principle. It took me a while to get here. I don't believe in a system. I don't believe in a carceral system. I don't believe in what the system has afforded us and by means of accountability or justice. I just don't. I think when we think about Dolph, when we think about our other black men um, who are artists who have been taken away from us, I think about the root cause of all these things. And the root cause of being from communities where you've been forced to survive, being from communities where you've been forced to get resources. See, the system, for the system that I said this on another show, the system for the system is prosperity and our poverty. We know for a fact that, and speaking specifically to you, bro, because we from the same place, the Cochran and the Peabodys and all the projects don't look that way by accident,
It's a fact.
right? They thought that they can contain crime by containing poverty. So they put it in the same place. And then they know they can over police those communities. See, what they did was they put us in the same place, and the system had this really big refrigerator. And this refrigerator had the capacity to feed every single person, provide every single person with what they need. It has the capacity to do it. But when we from the cock and we from the hood, and for those who watching who ain't from where we from, just take your local projects. When we go to this refrigerator and we open it, it's one carton of milk and it's one box of cereal on top of it. And this whole community is forced to fight for that one box of cereal, for that one carton of milk in order to feed their family. So when they can't do that, they go to the next best place to get resources. The next best place to get resources is those communities outside of that community that actually have the resources. So while the Cardinals was wondering why people was getting robbed downtown, or all this shit was happening downtown, it's because within a half a mile radius of Bush Stadium and all these affluent skyscrapers that y'all done built to bring money down here, y'all still got communities in poverty. And so I take that in the hand, but I also take in the hand of the fact that I've been directly impacted by inner community violence. So it's always a tough struggle of, yeah, I know what the root cause is, but they still killed my brother.
Mm.
And so it's for me, it's I remember talking on the House floor about the bill that I got passed. And I was giving my speech and I said, banning guns, although it's an argument to be made that just some guns shouldn't be on the streets. But banning guns, extensive background checks, that's not what would have saved my brother. Because we could have all these guns banned, we could have extensive background checks, but where we from, the guns still gonna make it there. Because the people who can get guns gonna get them, and they still gonna funnel them into our community. What would have saved my brother is if those two men, the one who held my brother up and the one who shot, if they had adequate education, if they had access to mental health resources within the community, if they had the resources necessary to strive in our communities that's been stripped out of our communities, a good chance that they wouldn't be in a position that they was in to do that in the first place. That's not excusing them. That's not saying it's okay what happened to my brother. I would never say no shit like that. I would never feel like that. But I got two options. I got first option is find out the root cause and start to fix it for the root cause from the root cause so nobody else has to go through what I went through. Or I could just take the route and retaliate and just continue this whole cycle, which both are viable options and you don't that never stops crossing your mind. But I think of it like just being outside of your house. You walk outside your house and you see a weed, and that weed is grown up to your waist, and you walk past, but you moving super fast, and you got to go to work, so you just snatch it and keep going. And 2 weeks later, you realize, damn, it just grew back. You snatch it again, you keep going. You realize 2 weeks later, damn, it grew back. But that Saturday, when you don't got to go to work, you put your gardening gloves on, you get down on your knees, and you pull it up from the root. The chances of it growing back is close to none. And if it happened to grow back, it's gonna be a while before it grow back. But by the time it grow back, you be done got weed killer and everything else to take care of you. And that's the same aspect we need to take when it comes to this community violence that's happening in our communities.
Mm, man, that's a word, man. I definitely appreciate you blessing us with that knowledge base, man. Like I said, definitely for someone who personally about to embark on the whole trial and the whole mental
Yeah,
stress of it
man.
all, like 2022
Hey,
gonna be wild.
my energy, my love, everything is with you and your family. Outside of battle rap, fam. And I do want to say this publicly as someone who's gone through this um, in our same city. Tap in if you need to tap in. If y'all need help, if y'all need advice, yeah, if you need a motherfucker to just call and curse and yell and just listen, just holler at me because I remember, and I wasn't old enough to express myself the way that I am now, but I remember it like it happened 24 hours ago. So whatever assistance or resource or comfort I could be to you and anybody in the family, please let me know.
No, I definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that, man. It's all love. But let's not end on you know what I'm saying a note of that magnitude, man. Let's talk
Hmm.
2022 and the future and a bright future in battle rap that you have, man. What are some battles that you looking forward to in 2022? What are some things you kind of some trees you trying to shake?
After I battled Charron, after I battled Sharon, especially on URL, I want nothing but top tier for 2022. I've been in the game 10 years. I'm 37 years old. My days are numbered in battle rap. Um, Not because of age, but because I got a lot of the shit I want to do.
It's a fact.
Um, and I've done a lot. Got one of the best battles in battle rap history. Got a lot of classic rounds. Um, Done things in battle rap that nobody else has. It's time for 2022 to be that year where it's sink or swim. And
Okay.
so I want to start the year off with a big battle, do my thing, continue to get those big battles, um, battle the top tier cats, battle the rum nitties, right? Battle Geechee, battle with who I know gonna come outside, right? But what happens when I beat Charron clearly, have a fire battle with Nitty, have a fire battle with somebody like Geechee, then what's next? By the end of the year, next year, I definitely want to have a conversation with Lux. Why
Mm.
people will sit here and try to act like that's too far fetched.
No, it ain't.
On my mom, y'all want to see Lux versus Daylight?
Objects behind
Th-
you in your side view mirror are closer than what they appear. I promise you, the
Man, bro,
6 degrees of separation ain't that far between Oops and Loaded Lux.
nobody can bring what I bring to the stage if it was to be a Oops and Loaded Lux battle. It ain't my job to get up there and out rap Lux, and that's not my job. My job is to do what I do to the maximum and better than what he does better. And in our battle, there are things that you said to everybody else that you can't say to me. You can't look like me. You can't tell me about nothing actually, right? And so let's have these but I could talk to you about a few things that I've been paying attention to the
Mm.
last 10 years I've been in this game. Some of the things that you said to other artists where people didn't pick up. Times where you dressed up as Black Panther, right? You dressed up as Huey Newton. Times where you took this lost nigga angle when nah, I've been harping on these things, right? And then when you mention it, people, oh, what you think? That's disrespectful to think that you could da da da. Nah, that's disrespectful to think that y'all want to see Lux and Daylight so bad when I gave y'all the best Daylight that y'all ever seen.
Mm.
The best Daylight y'all ever seen. Daylight was amazing versus Rock, and Rock did his thing, but that's still not Oops versus Daylight. So that's my 2022. That's if I had a wish list, right? If I had to, if in the perfect world, if I could say that's how I plan out, that's how I will. Definitely gonna take other battles. Definitely gonna take smaller leagues, but after this Sharon battle, the price definitely goes up.
For sure. For sure.
You'll probably see me on the riot a whole lot more. I'm on the west already, trying to get back home to St. Louis to make some shake.
I
Big
definitely, we
battle.
gotta talk the street status, man. We gotta see if we
Yeah,
can host it,
I
man.
want to battle Verb. I want to battle Verb at home.
That. Oh yeah, yeah. I got yeah, yeah. You ain't
Yeah, I
even
want to battle Verb at home.
that. Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
be. Whew.
How you get your look? How you get your spot on the court? Right? Like you gotta you gotta play some one on one.
You do,
You
you
gotta
do.
let people know what you're capable of. And Verb is who he is from the crib. Can't nobody ever take that away. So you know, I need warrior style. I need that. I need to move up on that list. So
I definitely like your energy, man. I'm definitely gonna be locked in this weekend. Shout out to the Riot. Shout out to Geeksy Gotti, man. The Monopoly card. Oops, St. Louis Superman, Bruce Franks Jr., all that rolled into one. My brother, my mentor, my friend, more importantly, bro. Happy
you
holidays
already
to
know.
you and yours, man. Let the people know where they can find you at anything you got going. Cause I know I just seen the clothing. I just seen the clothing. I know you just you working over
Yeah,
there, man. Tell them what you got for
I'm
we got
working.
here.
So yeah, man. Like if anybody want that custom apparel, I got a lot of different just apparel. With my line is I am Bruce Jr. .com. I am Bruce Jr. .com, and that's Bruce Jr. Also though, if everybody goes to www.printblack, that's print BLAQUE.com. That's my new apparel print company. So if you are an artist, if you have merchandise, if you are a small business, if you're a business period, and you need shirts, hoodies, apparel, things printed on I do all of that, especially for a really good price. Also gonna be dropping some specials for small businesses and black-owned business and minority-owned businesses. And while we on there, um, I might as well. Let me see if how I could. Let me see if I could turn my camera around. Can I do that? Let me see how I can do that. I don't know if I could do it, so I just do it this way. But I'll show y'all like there's an actual shop. It's real. It ain't.
You know what I'm saying? You see my guy out
Yeah,
here working.
it's a whole shop. So yeah, just rock with me. But and then find me on Twitter, Bruce Franks Jr. But more importantly, make sure y'all continue to support. Make sure y'all uh continue to support temperature check. Make sure y'all showing up. We need solid people in every aspect of battle rap, and bro has been putting on. He's one of the most respected doing it. So many people fuck with him, and they fuck with him for a reason because this is the content you get. It's not just about battle rap; it's also about life. And so when I think of platforms like this, when I think of Temperature Chuck, I think of home. I think of a place for battle rap where we can come and you can expand on who we are, not just as battle rappers, but who we are as people, which creates support. And I would much rather have support than just fans because when you have supporters and family, they'll rock with you forever. So salute to the platform. And more importantly, make sure y'all check out, make sure y'all donate, make sure y'all keep this, yeah, all this cost to keep going. So make sure
We
y'all
definitely
pouring
do.
into bro, like he pour into the culture.
No, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. But like I said, man, let's get you up out of here, man. This is Bruce Frank Jr. This is Oops. This is St. Louis Superman. He sounds like he got a body coming up this weekend, man. Charron versus Oops is going down on the riot, man. Mr. Check the Temperature. This is Temperature Check. And like I always say, man, we just getting started, man. So to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Happy holiday.